Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
You can check us out online at infinitedancecast.com. Each and every single one of our episodes are free and available to download on iTunes for your listening pleasure.
And that is not easy.
Well, actually, you know what's weird is that iTunes only shows the last 50 episodes, so you got to go to infinitedancecast.com to check out the others.
And it's great because you can see all the photos of the artists and the interviewees that we have on.
Yeah. And how much we used to be nervous. You remember that?
Yeah.
This is Infinite Dance Cast.
I'm still nervous.
84. Why are you nervous? Because we have our guest here. He
coming
got here
in
early.
studio, and he's pretty hot.
So Hani Abaza is here today. He got here early. We have allowed him to
sit in, which is rare.
And Desiree, what's he going to be doing for us today?
He is going to do his favorite movie review.
Okay, this is going to be before the interview, so we're going a little crazy.
We are a little crazy.
You know me, I don't like change.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with this.
Yeah, you look okay.
So he's going to do that. That's all he's going to talk about. He's only going to talk about his movie review, and then I'm going to do mine. And I
love that we're just throwing him in.
That's how he is.
So,
he's flexible.
He's palleable.
Malleable.
Malleable.
Tangible. Yes.
He is tangible.
So you and I just got back from a trip in Houston.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot and sticky. I don't know how you did it. How did you live there?
Well, I didn't have a choice. That's where my parents lived.
It was fabulous. We were at a great studio.
Yep.
Teaching at Dance Expressions.
Dance Expressions.
And we enjoyed our time there, and it was wonderful because she opened it up to all kinds of dancers from different studios, which was very rare and great to see. Mm-hmm. That she said, just come take class.
Yeah, and there's no ego about it. There's no
ego.
I'm worried you're going to steal my students or this or that.
It was so awesome. So that special thanks out to Jennifer for that.
And we got to see our friend Quentin Weathers.
We did, which was a lot of fun.
Felice Paradowski, Jade Whitmire. That was cool.
Gosh, they're such great tappers.
And we tried to do an episode with them. They will never see the light of day.
We're not going to talk about it.
Because we didn't do a good job.
We went to a happy hour first.
Yes.
And it didn't turn out so good.
No,
you had the hiccups really bad.
I had the hiccups for like 3.5 hours. It was exhausting. It was exhausting.
And nobody could scare him out of it.
Yeah, and like we had gotten there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I had just done a walking DVD, and I flew in, met Desiree.
People are going, what the heck does that mean?
A walking DVD. It's a fitness DVD.
Okay, go ahead.
With Leslie Sansone. She's a wonderful lady. And we show up at like 1:30 in the morning. We finally get to the hotel at 3 a.m.
Yep.
And the dude's like, well, we don't have any more. And Desiree and I were like, traveling buddies, so we usually sometimes get, room with, two beds. And the dude was like, well, we don't have any. We only have king-size bed. And I said, here's the deal. She's married. Pause. And not to me. And he was like, I get it. You guys get your own rooms. All right, cool. We should do that more often. We should book a king-size and be like, hey, this is the deal.
Know.
Nah, we can't be shady.
We can't be shady.
So then we get done with the classes.
Yes.
I say, Desiree, we're going to throw you in the car. We're going to bring you to my house so you can eat and shower.
Before we go to the airport.
And we get there, and what happens?
By the time we had arrived, no power, no water, and candles, and it's hot Texas, right? And we've just been teaching. I'm going to get on a plane. I don't want to make everybody on the plane upset. So they said, take a shower. Go in. Here, relax, take a bath. Your dad goes, no baths, not enough water.
Not enough water. Because we want a well system.
He turns on the shower, goes, okay, so you can turn it on. They leave the room. I get in. The water is literally... So I'm down low, splashing. It was like a lady
squatting like a catcher.
Squatting, trying to scrub my feet, but run out of the water, and the water was really cold, no heat. I was like, that's really relaxing.
Oh my God.
I was awesome.
I didn't think we were going to get out of there.
No.
We had,
Then you left with your mom to return the rental car, and I was going with your father to the airport. He gets me out of the house. We got to wait. The dogs might run out. He's like, Desiree, go around this corner. Okay. And he pulls the door shut, and he goes, expletive. I locked the keys in the house. So now I'm back out in the Texas heat. Sweating. And your poor dad goes, come here, Desiree. He shows me the flashlight. See, the keys are right there. He goes, call Nick. I said, Nick is going to kill you and me. Nick, come back. What happened? We're locked out of the house. We have no way to get to the airport. Are you serious? Yes.
Like she'd be joking. I mean,
I'm like, no, turn around and come back.
Like a monsoon. So finally we get there. We made it. It was fine.
It was completely fine, but it was.
And this is the beginning of our summer, Desiree.
Yeah, we're about to go on the road for a while, and I do know that you're not going to be a very happy person by the time I see you.
At one point, I
will bring you into happiness.
I
with
know.
Pizza, with Firehouse subs, whatever you want to eat.
Firehouse. Oh, you got to introduce the Firehouse.
When I'm with Nick, I probably eat 5 meals a day.
Well,
I'm going to have to starve before we go.
No, you just got to turn up the cardio. That's what I'm doing.
I hate turning up the cardio.
Every day, turning up the cardio. Shed and shred. Hashtag it. Love it. Hashtag it.
Hashtag it.
At one point, though, I get done with a day 2 of a workshop. I drive an hour, drop that teacher off, whoever that is, pick you up. We go to do day 1 of another workshop.
That's correct.
On the
in
same
Minnesota,
day.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. And then we got Dance Teacher Summit coming up.
Yes.
That's going to be great. So come see us there.
Come see us
440's
there.
got a booth. Desiree's going to be teaching.
Yes, I am.
Also, I got to say this, Courtney Galliano's charity, beatmsdancewalk.com.
Oh, that's a great one. Yes, absolutely.
We have a team. Michael Richo and I are the captains. Another Good Sandwich is the team name.
Okay.
So you can go donate. If you want to join the team, it's like $25 to join, quote unquote, the team.
And explain what this helps and
for research for multiple sclerosis. And Courtney is just like taking the reins here and doing a big walk at September 22nd.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she's just helping.
So donate money to our team. beatmsdancewalk.com and then donate to Another Good Sandwich. You can do it in my name and Michael Richo's name.
And where do we go?
beatmsdancewalk.com.
Beautiful.
Good cause.
Well, guess what? We are into movie picks. And now our dun.
Hanny, go.
Hanny, you get to talk about it. What's your
I've
favorite?
been sitting here smiling at you guys the whole time. My favorite dance movie is gonna be Chicago by Rob Marshall.
Ooh.
I love that movie.
Yeah?
I thought that like the way they depicted like an originally Bob Fosse show, but
Right.
with his esque in there,
Yeah.
but not him, choreographed by Rob Marshall and directed by Rob Marshall.
Right.
I mean, the visuals in that was definitely something so different and forward
Right.
in a dance film. There's nothing like it, and everybody loved it.
Because usually dance movies are not that fabulous. I'm sorry.
And not for everybody. Not
That's
everybody loves
true.
them.
And that is a great story. You are right.
And there was never that awkward moment when everybody just starts to sing and you're like, like you start laughing because you're like, they're singing now. But there was never that. It kind of flowed really nicely and wasn't awkward and
Did you
weird.
know anyone in the movie?
You know what? I did. I knew Blake McGrath was a dancer in that movie. Jason Sermonia, a Canadian dancer, was a dancer in that movie.
How lucky for them.
Oh, yeah.
I bet they did pretty good on residuals.
I hope so. That was back in the day when the residuals existed.
Yeah, exactly. Hello. Well, that's all you got for us?
I think that's all I got for you guys.
All right, well, we still got more music.
Oh.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
What shade?
There's many. All of them.
Shotgun red.
Oh,
Shotgun red.
yeah.
Shotgun shell red. All right, that's
Shotgun
it.
shell.
Now,
yeah.
want to watch? This is how different mine and yours will be.
Yeah.
To Mr.
Okay, so here we
A
go.
personality.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
okay.
be
Here we go.
reviewing
Here we go.
the classic film that was released November 22nd, 1985, White Nights, directed by Taylor Hackford, produced by William P. Guilford and Taylor Hackford himself. This starred Mikhail Baryshnikov, Gregory Hines, Helen Mirren, John Glover, blah 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 blah. The list goes on and on. You have a great set of dancers here. This did $42.1 million in the box office.
That's great.
In 1985, that's huge, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Choreographed by Twyla Tharp. I don't know if many people know that.
Really know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, well,
Someone's got to start somewhere, right?
it was shot in Finland. It was shot in Finland, England, Scotland, Portugal, and the Soviet Union. Won an Academy Award for the song "Say You, Say Me" by Lionel Richie, and "Separate Lives" performed by Phil Collins. Taylor Hackford actually met his future wife here, Oscar award-winning actress Helen Mirren, during the filming of this movie. So that's kind of interesting.
Always bringing people together
And
in movies.
if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time Mikhail Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines appeared on screen together. Don't quote me,
No,
but
I think you're right.
Is that the one where they dance together beside each other?
And he does tap and
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
tap and...
Yeah.
If you have not seen this movie,
You have to go check it
film
out.
is
Yeah, that's a
amazing.
classic.
It's a great story. It's about Mikhail Baryshnikov defecting from the Soviet Union. Then he meets Gregory Hines. There's a woman involved.
So it was relevant with what was going on in politics at the
Absolutely.
time.
100%. That's why it hits so close to home. This is interesting. On Gregory Hines' wall in his Siberian flat, he had a picture of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the album cover "A Love Supreme" by John Coltrane. And What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. Just a little thing I liked. Okay, so that's it. Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back with Hani Abaza.
Yeah.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
Stand back. Here comes another Canadian taking over. This guy's busier than a boudin stuffer sous chef in the French Quarter during Mardi Gras. Yeah, that's right. I just compared him to a guy who was responsible for supplying comfort food to hungry Cajuns who will love him forever. And that's how his choreography has been described. Not like sausage, but as comforting. His work has also been described as thought-provoking and layered. His creations have appeared on So You Think You Can Dance here in the U.S., over there in Canada, and way over there in Vietnam. He has worked with Cirque du Soleil, Shaping Sound, Kelly Clarkson, Capital Cities, Florence and the Machine, and Adele.
Woo!
Hold on to your hat, and if you're not wearing one, stop what you're doing, put one on, and then hold on to it. He is the first guest we have had on this show to have been on House, the second guest in the history of this show to have worked with Shaka Khan, and the third most eligible bachelor who has appeared on Infinite Dance Cast.
I got the chill.
Please welcome to the show the very divergent Hani Abaza.
Yay! I think I'm good. I can leave now. Can we just leave it at that?
Yeah, welcome to the show, Hani. Hani Abaza.
Hani Abaza!
Hani was cutting his reel together at one point, and he kept playing that over and over because they announced his voice. It was in Vietnam, right?
Yeah.
And that's how they said it?
That's how they say Hani Abaza! And just Drago kept hearing that because he's at my house all the time, which kind of brings me back to something in a little bone that I need to pick with you right now.
Oh,
do we want to
let's
get that
start
away
off
now?
right away.
I think we should start off right away with that.
Bring it.
I mean, as I was having my morning coffee and listening to InfiniteDancecast.com, as I usually do, I was listening to episode 78. Which was Kyle Robinson.
Oh, Kyle Robinson.
Yeah, a great friend of mine, worked with him, she has sound, you know.
I'm afraid of where we're going with this.
I mean, I feel like a few comments in there about Michael Riccio, at Michael Riccio.
Because we talk about at Michael Riccio.
Oh, we love him.
All
I
the
should
time.
know that more than anything. He's my roommate, my brother, you know?
Absolutely.
And I feel like there was just one comment, and you said he was your only friend.
Who, at Michael Riccio?
Yeah. And you know what?
Drago, see how you get yourself in trouble with these things.
I mean, I live with him.
Anybody listens to the show?
I listen to this show.
Hani,
Coffee.
You are my friend.
Are you sure? Because I was just gonna say, I mean, you come to my house a lot. You have house shoes in my closet.
That's true. Because
And I would think that would put us in the friend zone. But
Well, yeah, we're in the friend zone.
okay.
I
Just
apologize,
making
Hani.
sure. All right. Okay.
What?
All right.
Can we have do a hug?
Okay.
Hug it out, Jeff. Oh,
Yay.
that is a
No, that is
beautiful
true.
sight.
Hanny's a great guy, and like we are pretty close because you do wear my house shoes outside. See, because they're Canadian.
No,
so they
wait, hold out.
don't hold out.
You keep your house shoes at his house, but then he wears them outside?
Well, see,
This is
here's the
a
thing.
very-
Canadians don't wear shoes inside sometimes.
That's like
They're
Hawaiians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I
yeah,
think
right.
that's nice. Don't
And-
get the germs.
And Japanese.
But
Correct.
I go over there to write with Riccio. And I can't think without
Can't
shoes
believe you called
on.
him Riccio. You
At
didn't say-
Michael Riccio.
thank you. It makes
I
me
can't
feel
write without shoes on. So I have to bring house shoes that have never been worn outside.
Oh, this is too much.
Then one day, I see Hani wearing them around. He's walking to the store with them. Like, Hani, those are my house shoes.
The thing is with that is that my rule, and I don't know if Michael Riccio agrees with this, that if it's in my house, I somewhat think it's mine. So I just saw these new shoes, and I was like, those are cute. Okay. So I threw them on one day, and I was like, oh, all right.
What is it? What is it? Property is
9/10 of the law.
No, well,
Possession.
Possession is
Yeah.
9/10 of the law. So you're right.
All right, so Hani, you're a fantastic dancer.
Thank you.
I want to talk about more. Are we good on this bone to pick?
I'm
situation?
done boning.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's a banana. Here, have a banana.
Where was that?
I
Don't
got it
leave
at
that there,
7-Eleven.
'cause
Yeah, that just...
They were
Bella-
those are the
Another
biggest
one?
bananas you ever seen in your life. 2 for $1.
Bella
at
will be
7-Eleven.
all over that if you left that there.
All right, so you do a lot of stuff. You were just on the Shaping Sound show on All the Right Moves on Oxygen.
Yes,
That was
yes.
cool.
Those are my brothers. I love that. They're my good dance family.
Wow.
I love dancing. with them.
Kyle, Travis,
Nick, everybody.
gang.
And the gang.
And every great dancer.
Oh my God,
Honestly.
pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
much. I mean, that room, the energy in that room dancing is just like nothing
I
else I've
cannot
ever.
imagine like a ride.
Well, you know, I mean, it's not really common that you find so many people that are so talented working towards one common goal.
Right.
You usually get a lot of divas and a lot of people like that. But honestly, like, I think the last show, the show that we did at the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills, that was the only time that show ever happened, and that's how hectic and fast everything is when you're shooting a show and
Sure.
trying to create a show.
Sure.
So that one performance was the only time that ever happened. The fact that we all pulled it together out of love and like support with each other was brilliant. I mean,
That's so great.
moments.
We just,
So-
Mom.
On the drama on the show, though, I know like producers will
yes.
create a little bit more drama. But was there really drama, or was there a little bit of drama? Or is it the norm that you would find in putting a show together? I mean, you're all you all are very creative souls, so I would imagine.
Yeah,
Very
and you know what?
artistic.
And the 4 boys are just not like, they're not even inclined like that usually. We just naturally as a group of people have a lot of drama in there. So I feel like maybe sometimes a situation was a little hyper dramatized
Sure.
or something.
Okay.
But that's what they thought the television viewers would want to see.
I think you're exactly right. That's what they thought.
That's what they thought.
What are
but,
the stakes?
But you know what they really want to see? People love Travis, and he's like the driving force in there,
Sure.
and his career, and he connects with people on a whole nother level of his art. So I wish that I saw a little bit of more of that connection within anything like that.
I would like to say for everyone, I think the audience would have rather seen that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I
it
think
would
they
have
really
opened
wanted
up
to
a
see
broader
dance.
audience, yeah.
People wanted to see dance.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's great to understand how it's put together, but I do agree with you that viewers would have really appreciated that. And we
Absolutely,
would have
yeah.
taken it to a whole new level.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna be doing any more shows with them coming up? Or
You know what? Once you're a part of Shaping Sound, you're never gone away. I mean, I was there from the beginning. We worked with them. I didn't get to go out on tour because I was super busy working, and their schedule didn't fit with mine and everything like that. But I know all my life, all my career, I'm going to dance with them. I love them.
okay, so we're gonna talk more about your crazy travels when we get back.
Awesome.
Absolutely, and we're going to give all the plugs to where you find our fabulous.
Hani Abaza. Right back,
back.
Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Game.
App Gravity is the fastest, most powerful way to search for Android apps. Getting started is easy. Simply enter the name of an app, and in just one tap, you're ready to install. Feeling adventurous? Search for something broad like productivity or travel, and use our filters to personalize your search, helping you find exactly what you need. App Gravity is the search engine that puts you in control. It's no wonder the next web said App Gravity is like a better Google search for Android apps. App Gravity, delivering the fastest, most relevant app results.
Hola, mi nombre es Miguel Zárate, and you are listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Oh yeah, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Dancecast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDancecast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
We're here, this Infinite Dancecast number 84 with Hani Abaza. You can follow him on Twitter at Hani Buzz. That's HANIBUZZ. He's also on Instagram under the same handle. You can search that Hani Buzz on YouTube, and
Right.
his page will pop up, or Hani Abaza.
The channel, which is really cool, like we were talking about just a little bit before the show started, the YouTube channel that you have with a lot of, stuff on it. That
Yeah,
you're
a lot of my
present.
work that I've been doing lately and just like running around the world and, gypsy
So where have you
life.
been lately? And so you have stuff probably from all the TV shows, from Vietnam, from Canada.
Yeah.
And Shaping Sound, I would
Shaping
imagine.
Sound. And I do a lot of like independent work and freelance work around the country at great dance studios, and like just showing off their skills and their abilities is I'm just a proud papa. It's
That's
awesome.
great. So do you film them? So these dancers might be able to go to your channel and see themselves?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's cool.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Sometimes I end up like, I'll go teach a workshop or something and somebody will just pop up like, Hani Abaza's combo with that. And they just stayed in the room after and filmed themselves doing it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Ask me next time. But, okay.
And you get a little disclaimer signed. But what would be great for his channel, listeners, as we always ask, to leave a nice review or comment if you could help build his channel by
and just
getting
make it
on.
honest too.
Yeah.
I'd love some
That's
like,
okay, yeah.
feedback.
Because you can handle it.
Because I can handle it. I'm a professional.
Amen.
When you go in to work with a new studio, what do you, if you haven't worked with these kids before, what do you kind of look for? Their
You know what I look for? The first thing that I look for is their ability to make a choice. And then at that point, I can kind of see what level they're at to be able to work with me specifically. Because when you're dancing, if you're we have two kinds of dancers. We have the kind of dancer that's also an artist themselves, and we have the kind of dancer that is kind of a robot and just likes to do things. Which both exist and they both work and they can both have careers.
And you should take from both. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't, none is better than the other, but to teach somebody who is so regimented and just wants you to tell them what to do, how to make a choice for themselves, I feel like that opens their artistry up so like vast.
So let me ask you, what would you call when you go to some of these studios? Do you do different styles, or is there a Hani style that you have? Hani style, sorry.
You know what?
Hani.
This question is like
it's hard
me.
and it's very
so
subjective
hard.
too.
I feel like right now where I'm at, unless I'm Bob Fosse and I've created my own exact style that is going to be followed by a million people, I would say that I'm just always inspired by music.
Okay.
And whatever music, and I love all genres of music.
Yeah.
And I create to all genres of music. So whatever the music calls for, I feel like I could be a really good vessel to create art, visual art through dance to that. And I love thinking about it just like that.
Right. And technique is important, obviously.
Technique is always, it's the foundation of everything, you know what I mean?
No matter what you're doing, having better technique is going to make a better product.
And I mean, dance is the only art form that relies on another art form. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't a painter doesn't need to read.
Right.
Oh.
A poem to paint a pretty picture. Obviously, he could be inspired by it, but a painter doesn't have to read. A dancer needs music. A dancer needs sound. A dancer needs a story. A dancer needs... we rely on another art form.
So do you work on the story as you're choreographing? Do you explain to them? I mean, is this one of the ways to get the kids to open up? I mean, how do you make them not be a robot? Because you go in and, I worked with a lot of kids who just expect that same thing, and I have to end up saying to them, listen, this is yours. Like, I need you to help me just as much as I'm helping you. I mean, how do you get through to them?
Cross energy.
If you look really deep into their choices, once again, another really good tool is improving. I love watching them improv because when you see kids improv, you look at their choices and you kind of get to know what kind of people they are, because when you put someone on the spot to make a choice that way, you see what kind of people you are. And I kind of like try to trick them into thinking that I'm like a dance psychic. So I'll stop and I'll tell them and I'll be like, you're like this and like this and like this. Right. You're a little more reserved. You're completely open. You're here, and they're like, oh my god, he knows me, and then they want to open up more, and then that like goes and goes and goes and goes.
You should be a dating counselor.
Oh my god.
Oh, you should have heard.
Maybe I should find something
our
myself.
Little thing outside. I felt at one with myself after a few of his wise words.
I know.
God,
well, you are.
My voice gets very serious.
No, I laugh.
But Hani, you are this Infinite Dance Cast third most eligible bachelor.
That's awesome.
So wait, who the first two? You or
Me.
the first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And who's the
you
second?
Can be number one.
Me. I'm 1 and 2.
That's because you're a Gemini. It's both personalities.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's this Nick, and sometimes it's that Nick.
Hani's hilarious. And you do have a great creative mind, because when at Michael Riccio and I are writing, we a lot of times Hani will copy.
Do you act it out for him?
Hani will just be like, I have a question. And, these are the kind of things that we need. We need people to ask us questions, to challenge us from a different point of view.
And they used to be scared. Like they used to wait till I left the room and went up to my room. Then they'd read the script to each other, and I'd be upstairs listening anyways. Yeah. But now it's like I walk in my underwear, and they're just acting in the kitchen and like they won't even say hi to me or anything like that until I'm like, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
He's gonna like sit down.
Turkish coffee.
Yeah.
Like.
Can we talk about you teaching in Jordan? Because I think that's really
my
very
homeland.
interesting, and how different it is, and how lucky a lot of the American dancers are.
Yeah.
And Canadian dancers to have access to these things. You know, I teach in
Absolutely.
Austria. I teach sometimes in Costa Rica. And
Oh, we know you teach in Austria, Desiree.
I know you're never gonna.
Yeah, you don't realize how much like North America influences the arts in every sort of way, and
Right.
YouTube and everything. And you go down there, and they look at you, and they really just aren't learning any of the knowledge. And I went to this great studio called Freeway Dance Studio. It was owned by these two Russian women who were like Vaganova and RAD trained ballerinas.
Beautiful, though.
Stunning. And they were teaching them ballet, but every kid was so. After the first class, I was like, "You guys are ballerinas, like, so like, get up on your leg, like, it's not debatable." Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm trying to tell them, but that's also an Arab thing because, like, you're like, it's on count 3, and they're like, I want to do on count 6, okay? You know what I mean? Arabs just like to, like...
And now, do you teach in English, or do you?
that was my next question. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, well, I teach in English, and
Do
I
they
kind of
say
throw in
just
some
to keep-
Arabic in there to make them giggle here and there. And
Sure.
like, they're just such, like, gracious, grateful people.
And are they so excited and thankful that you made this, trip
Are they on
and
time?
came in?
Absolutely. I was the one that was like, they were like, honey, like out the door, like before I started. I was like, hey, I'm coming. Like, let me.
So what are dance studios like over there? I mean, are they like the ones here?
Exactly the same. I was so surprised. I didn't think a lot of my family's in Jordan. I never thought there was a dance community at all.
Really?
But there's a dance community, and they have real dance studios, and like it's like real.
Wow.
Does Gil have a hit the floor in Jordan too?
hit the floor?
I'm like,
It's
the
called
floor,
Hit the Baklava.
oh, Gil Strowman. He's got
Hit the
14 conventions here.
baklava. Oh, baby.
Hit the shawarma. That's what it's called.
Yeah, baklava. I make that for my husband's family.
So that's great, Hani. So what
So
an
that was your
exciting
first time teaching there?
Pardon me?
Was that your first time teaching?
It
in
was my
Jordan?
first time teaching there, and
Is it a beautiful country?
Oh
Come
my
on.
God. There's like 2 wonders of the world there. There's the Dead Sea and there's Petra. And there's this like hot springs called the Main Spa, and that you just go, and there's 3 hot springs that go into these pools, and everything's natural. There's
Right.
there's no genetic anything that makes the food.
And
like
they say
the
it's very-
chickens are skinny and small.
And
like,
they butcher it right there that day.
Right.
Yeah, they
Yeah, that's
butcher it
like
right
very
there
much
that
like the
day.
Greek islands.
And the
I think it's
service
very
is
simple.
impeccable. They
Yeah.
call you like master, but like the
Whoa.
equivalent in Arabic.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're like, whoa. Or they call you
You're like me?
teacher. They call you teacher, like educated one. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, whatever you'd like, educated one. Yeah.
That is so cool. Well, we're happy that you are taking this worldwide.
I
Because
mean,
people
that's
really
my
do
goal
want
right
to get
now.
where, it's to keep up with the Americans. It is tough. Not that
Yeah.
but it's just we're just not afraid to go. Gun, gun, gun.
Yeah.
And they have a lot more classic, which is fabulous, and we need that
It's a
foundation.
great base. That's the thing. And if you
It's
can
that-
just teach them how to be more inspired to
Not
push
hold back,
themselves,
yeah.
their work ethic is like way less than like. I mean, the great thing about America is everyone here is like hungry eyes all over the place. There is like so much more relaxed, and I'll come to class means like a 52% chance that they're probably going to come
we
to
might
class.
have to go get coffee.
Is
or
it because
something.
it's relaxed?
No, but they also can breathe and smell the roses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're talking about the people in Jordan.
Yeah.
Well, but is
And
it
the
because
people in
they're
Vietnam.
relaxed and chill and like let's live life?
It's just that's
Quality
the way the
of life.
quality of
Yeah.
life is completely different. I think we can learn from both. Like both areas should be able to learn from both and be able to relax because they have something to offer that's amazing.
Again, don't forget to go to his YouTube channel.
Right.
Because you want to make sure you go to that channel and see all these fabulous places.
Yeah, I
been.
got some videos of the Jordanian dancers improving on my Instagram too. So
Oh my
that was
gosh,
really
very cool.
interesting. Yeah, it's just they're when you find somebody that doesn't have so much room to explore and they haven't done it a lot, the things that come out are way different than anything you've ever seen.
That's
so
great.
Yeah.
That's great. And it's in a different language.
Absolutely, because dance is a language.
I know!
We're Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back. Oh, wow.
Are you a dance company, teacher, choreographer, producer, or director looking to market yourself for your current projects?
Do you need just a little extra push to get the word out?
The answer is yes, Desiree. They do.
Nick, how do you know what they need?
I know our listeners. They need our help to spread the word about their shows, projects, and whatever else they have going on. And guess what, Desiree?
What, Nick?
It just so happens that we have the airtime just for them.
That's right. We have ad space available for you. We have both 30 and 60-second spots available for you.
Get the word out to the entire United States and countless other countries. Did he just say countless other countries? Yes, he did. Infinite Dancecast has audiences all across the world, including Canada, China, Japan, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Romania, Australia, Denmark, Brazil, the Philippines, Mexico, and more. But I won't say the others, because they're too hard to pronounce.
Email us at info@infinitedancecast.com for more details. Subject line, advertise.
Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast, giving you a voice worldwide.
Party people, this is Greg Russell, and you are listening to the coolest people in the world, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Hey, welcome back. One more time. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dancecast.
Dancecast?
Dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDancecast, at Nick Drago, at Desiree Robbins, or
At Hani Buzz.
or
At Infinite Dance. At iDancecast. I wasn't even listening. I was looking at my notes.
I caught you.
Okay, so we're going to give out an email.
Okay.
I just want to double check this is okay.
Yes. Yes, we're okay.
HannyBuzzBuzz@gmail.com.
You
Yes.
heard right. Two
Okay, so
buzzes.
you want him to come into your studio, have some fun, talk about life, love, dance, etc., etc.
Or hire him for a job.
Hire him for a job.
Speaking of, let's talk about some credits. You got
Let's.
some really neat you just did.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about the thing.
I did. That
The thing.
That thing.
Yeah.
That thing that they call.
That thing was so
This is
much
very
fun.
exciting because not a lot of people get to experience this kind of deal.
Right. Are we talking about my Selena moment?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. Well, you all know J-Lo did Selena.
Yes.
Back in the day, and she got to mimic that artist.
Great
and everything like
movie to see.
That. Oh my God.
It's a great
Evita.
movie.
She did brilliantly too. Evita. Madonna did it. Could
Oh,
be
I
my
thought that
Evita
was the one we're
moment.
talking
No,
about.
we're
That
talking
wasn't
about
J-Lo?
Selena the movie.
Oh,
You know,
I was in San
Selena.
Antonio when she got...
Okay. Oh.
We should talk about that later. It's not about me. This is about
what
Hanny.
a way to
God rest her
down
soul.
it. Okay,
I'm sorry.
anyway.
Selena.
Hanny's big
Anyways.
moment.
I thought you were talking about Celine Dion. Hanny's big moment.
She didn't die, by the
Canadian.
way.
Selena? Viva las Salinas.
Viva la Salinas. Bidi bidi bum bum.
Didn't she get...
You don't remember that
Didn't
song?
she
I
get
do.
killed?
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Okay, Nick, let's
That's what I
God rest her
thought.
soul.
what you're
Yes.
looking for.
Poor girl.
Anyway.
Anyway.
My Selena moment. My Selena moment. It was, if any of you know or are from Brazil or listening from Brazil or anything, there's this amazing artist named Renato Russo.
Okay.
Now, Renato has been described as the Brazilian John Lennon.
Wow.
Yeah, his music was amazing. It was very
Like, think
controversial.
about that for a minute.
Think about Brazilian John Lennon, okay?
Fuego.
Fuego. And he was very political in some of his music, and
Okay.
he was very heartfelt and honest
I see
about
what you
everything.
mean.
And he had just this feeling about the country. The country loved him. They at one point the government actually thought that they were a little nervous about him because they thought if he told them to do something, they would do it.
Right, okay.
And this was back in the 70s
So
and the
like
80s
John
and
Lennon.
like
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Same
So
era.
he is, he passed away?
He did pass
Okay.
away. Unfortunately, he passed away. This past June, at the end of June, at the Confederation FIFA Cup,
Okay.
we brought him back to life.
Really?
Yeah, and we worked with an amazing company called Halation who created this hologram of him. And I was the hologram, which was an
does that
honor.
work?
Oh my God, we filmed me with prosthetics all over my
Yeah.
face, fully
Like sensors?
To look like...
Oh yes, no, not even sensors. The way they do it is so simple. We just filmed me with prosthetics all over my face, made me look exactly like him. They put my legs about 2% taller so that he had longer legs than me. And I learned a 20-minute set of two of his songs and some
Holy
speaking
cow.
in Portuguese.
I was going to say.
In Portuguese, I had a linguist and everything. And I honestly, that shooting day was the most. It was. I've never been just the only artist on a set. You know what I mean? So they put me in a robe and sat me down and asked me if they wanted to bring me my burrito or not. And I was like, I can go get it. Like, it's totally fine.
I am not
Right.
Renato.
Yeah. They were like, no, Renato. Like, you're just going to sit down and you're just
You
going
were
to hang out.
really the...
Oh my God, I was my
character.
Selena. I felt like I was J-Lo, and I was like, this is how they feel. Like, this is. And when we filmed it, it was just everybody was so supportive, and his manager and his son, the part of the estate were part of the clients that had it. And the day before, they came in to watch us, and I performed it for
How
them. and
nervous were you for that?
I met his son in my makeup with full prosthetics on,
wow.
and hugged him, and just the look on his face and. The recreation of that was just, I didn't even know what to do before I could walk in the door. Just my heart fell down to my stomach.
What are you supposed to say? You know, I mean, it's probably very emotional. Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Probably the best thing to do.
Yeah.
It was smart
Humbling.
like that. It was so humbling. And they watched me perform and twice, and they were like, okay, come here. They gave me a couple of notes, and they were like, his manager couldn't speak very good English, but he was like, my heart hurts. So I'm going to go. So I'm going to go.
Wow.
So long story short,
so you did a great job.
I mean, I was my first time dabbling in method acting and movement, and it was like taught me a lot about myself as a performer, not just a dancer and a choreographer. I was like, I want more. You know what I mean?
That is a once in a lifetime. That's really incredible.
50,000 people in Brazil got to see the hologram.
Did you ever see it on videoed when the crowd
I'm posting it and I'm going to post it on my YouTube
on
channel.
the YouTube channel. There, you better plug it again. Let's go.
Hani Abaza.
Cool. Well, that's great. We got to switch gears because we have to talk about some other things.
Okay, let's go to third.
Your work as an associate choreographer.
Yes.
You've worked with quite a few people, including Mia Michaels. We have to speak about Mia.
My love.
Yeah.
I love her.
You did House, which was the episode where they had, was it the dream sequence?
It was like, come on, get happy.
Yeah.
Like, it was all a dream sequence, and everybody was kind of just like tweaked out and crazy, but like clowny and very characterized. And Hugh Laurie was singing.
Love it.
Which is, when you see an actor.
Guy?
Oh my God. I had to run.
Like
Mia was co-directing that as well, which was awesome, and I got to run onto set always and like sitting behind Mia, like watching the screen. She'd give me my notes, I'd run, and I'd have to give him notes, and how gracious he was. And I would go up to him and be like, hey friend. So you're doing great, because he's not a dancer, so you can't be like, pull your stuff up, like it's not happening right now. No, he'd be like, I am Hugh Laurie, but he had no ego at all, and he was like, that sucked, and I was like, no. Just maybe do this more. And I mean, the working atmosphere at the studio, at Fox Studios, was just, it's professional. You can't beat that. Nobody.
And that's, I'm sorry, Nick, but that's just something we dancers and people that want to be professionals have to understand. There's a whole finesse in also communicating
and working
to these people.
Yeah,
because
they're not dancers.
It's not just
dancing. You have to be very cautious, or else
they're artists.
Yeah, they're artists.
So it's like.
Now, when you gave him his notes, did he respond to you with his accent or as House?
As House.
Okay.
So he's always in character.
The second we were there that day for 13 hours, he never really broke it.
So he had the American accent, quote unquote, the whole time.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Even in rehearsal, he was. I remember a great moment was just sitting back in the room, and when I'm working with Mia, I really let her do her thing. When you have to be in her brain, and you got to let her do her thing because she's brilliant. And she sat down. And she sat down with him on a chair and just like posted some posture, and then he copied her. And just watching them work together in the mirror, I was like, learning.
Right.
Take it in.
Instagram.
Oh my God. Best moment ever.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. So you worked with her a few times. You did Grace, which was that awesome show that for some reason didn't get picked up.
Smash is the reason why.
Oh, was it Smash?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it was great.
Why can't we have?
Yeah, that was produced by a lot of great people. Floaty. Carrie Ann Inaba, she's brilliant. A lot of wonderful women. Leslie Linka Glatter worked on that. She directed that, and Krista Vernoff was the writer, and so many awesome voices. But it's unfortunately it happens all year.
This is the business.
Never know.
So many pilots that are amazing.
They could bring it back.
Great people, and Mia Michaels attached to it. Great dancers. It just didn't happen.
Right. Doesn't mean it was bad.
Go figure.
No.
Yeah.
It's just there's only so much room.
You also did the AMAs with Kelly Clarkson, VMAs with Florence and the Machine. Was that both with Shaping Sound crew?
That was. It was actually before Shaping Sound was fully manifested. One was with Teddy. Kelly Clarkson was with Teddy Florence. He was the choreographer, who is a great friend of mine. We moved out here the first year together, and like just did yoga all day, every day, and improv and learned about our bodies. And Florence and the Machine was Travis Wall, and that was actually a week after I got kicked off of So You Think You Can Dance in Canada.
Oh my!
Because I was on the show and I got kicked off, and I was like, I'm going back to LA. I hate you all. Why did I even come back here? And
I'm taking my dance shoes and going.
I remember coming back and being like, why did I leave?
Yeah.
I'm not taking back that experience, though.
No,
the experience was incredible, and it was just... Yeah, I remember it was all actually a build-up to that one performance, that one moment, which was one of the best moments of my life, I think, when you're like Nicki Minaj and Christina Aguilera and all these amazing artists are right in front of you, and you're dancing for them. I remember being in the mosh pit, and like we started in the mosh pit, and the song just started building, and then like one person in the mosh pit was like, "Are you ready, man? Are you ready?" And I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like,
that show has got to be really put you on, on your edge. It's got to be so hard and mental.
Are you gonna go back and work with him some more? So you think in Vietnam and
Oh yeah.
So you go back
I'm
every
planning
They're
to
still
go to
big there.
Vietnam in October, from top 10 to the finale, and want to go give them some pieces and inspire.
Maybe you can do So You Think Jordan.
Maybe I can produce it with them. That would be awesome. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Everybody in Hollywood's connected to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps. Here's your life. You were in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief,
Yes.
with Logan Lerman, who's in Me and My One and Only with Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
You're 2.
Yep.
You're a 2.
Same deal with Kenny Wormald there, who did the Footloose rendition.
Come on, give it some love.
Kenny Wormald redid
Who's staying at the
Footloose.
house right now?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I
he's
saw a picture on
love
Instagram.
it.
Is he
How come
wearing
everybody-
the
Victoria's
shoes?
Secret model
Put him in the
girlfriend.
shoes.
What?
Put him in Nick's shoes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
and be like, hey, Kenny.
Instagram it.
And be like, hey, Kenny, what's it like to be in Nick's shoes?
How is it walking in Nick's house shoes?
That would be right.
Life
Okay,
in Nick's
sorry,
house.
go ahead.
Anyway, Percy Jackson, you were in that with Daniela Dibb, who's in Center Stage Turned Up with Kenny Wormald.
Cool.
Where he
But
said,
I think
we got
now
fire.
that he's in the house, he's a 1.
I guess so.
How much closer can you get?
I know you really want somebody to get a 1. We haven't had anyone yet.
Nobody's gotten
Absolutely
a 1.
ridiculous. Hanny, that's the end of the show.
No.
I
Can you
know.
believe it? It goes by so fast.
Oh no.
You were fantastic.
Come back
You guys are
anytime.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
So follow him at Hanny Buzz everywhere. Just
Right.
type in Hanny Buzz in the
And then,
computer.
or email him at handybuzzbuzz.
And InfiniteDancecast.com. Check it out, folks.
Hey, baby.
We want to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael Bella the Ball Benicos and Janae, the real McCoy Mercedes, for producing our show.
We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. Remember, each and every one of our episodes is free for you to download to your computer or smartphone device.
But most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because remember, without you, only our mothers would be listening.
Oh, I think people in Jordan will now, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to give those people in Qatar a run for their money on
Yeah, there
downloads.
you go.
Hanny, thanks for coming out, man.
Thanks for having me. You guys are awesome.
You're awesome.
We'll see you next week.